Hello, this is Critical Information Bureau coming from Hull, England. Ayonga Kumbe speaking. We are the people that bring you the truth, nothing but the truth. Because the truth is what is going to set you free. We don't accept any donations. Please make all your donations to your beloved interim government and your counties, LGAs. Now, I would want to look at the position of Nigeria and the position of America with regards to the Southern Cameroon issue. I want to compare and contrast. This is a very short audio, and it is interesting when we look at the two positions. Now, if we look at the position of the United States government, they have accused Cameroon government for summary killings and human rights abuses. That is what the American government position is. That La République has been carrying out summary killings and human rights abuses. They've also accused the restoration forces of carrying out human rights abuses. But majority of the blame goes to La République du Cameroon, who should know better and who have a lot of weapons and a lot of money, and they should be behaving themselves. So America has accused them of killing, summary killings, and human rights abuses. Take note of that. The American government does not see Southern Cameroonians as a separatist group. Note that they don't see Southern Cameroon as a separatist group, and they don't see Southern Cameroonians as a terrorist group. The American government does not see Southern Cameroon as a terrorist group. The American government has asked La République to carry out a dialogue, acceptable dialogue, not that special status, because America has not accepted that. They've asked La République to carry out dialogue with the Southern Cameroonians with regards to resolving the Anglophone crisis in Cameroon, or the Southern Cameroon crisis. I think everybody's frightened to use the word Southern Cameroon. We shall get to that in another video, right? So this is what America has done. America has withdrawn all military support to Cameroon, even including the one for Boko Haram fighting, because they've realized that La République is having, Southern Cameroonians are fighting a liberation war. According to the Pentagon, we are fighting a liberation war, and America supports liberation wars. If you don't believe they support it, then why did they take their weapons away? If you fight some man, the man hold gun, you two hold gun, then I can't take your own gun away from you. That means say I dey support the other man. Leave that for another day. America has withdrawn their weapons from La République du Cameroon because La République du Cameroon is using those weapons to fight Southern Cameroonians. America has removed La République from the trade pact which they have with African countries. Cameroon has been removed. Why? Because of human rights abuses in Southern Cameroon. So basically, America's position is very clear. They don't support La République when it comes to the issue of Southern Cameroon. And they think that La République should stop violence and come to the negotiation table. That is the position of the United States. The strongest country in the world does not support La République at all. They have intelligent people who have looked at the case. They have discussed it in their House of Parliament. They have discussed it in the senators have discussed it, and they've come to the conclusion that Southern Cameroonians have been maltreated by La République for a long time. They've listened to the case. They've listened, they did not hide any part of it. They've listened to that case completely, and they can see clearly that Southern Cameroon has been annexed. The American government is aware of that. The American government does not associate us with any terrorist group or any separatist group in the world. That is the position of the United States. Let's look at the position of Nigeria. I would first of all like to to explain to everybody listening here that Nigeria is a failed, corrupt state. It has failed it has been ruled by dictators. The current president, Mr. Buhari, came by a military coup and he killed the incumbent. Okay, he's an army man who came by force in the 70s into power. I think in 70s or 80s, and they killed the incumbent, and he killed a lot of members of that government, put them on firing squad and shot them without any due process. That is Buhari. Let's not lie. He's come now as a civilian, but that is the background from where he came from. Let's look at what he thinks of Southern Cameroonians. The first thing he does is that he's going to cooperate with La République du Cameroon. He's going to cooperate with La République du Cameroon. Now contrast that with America. America is completely against the activity of La République, and America has given La République sanctions. He's withdrawn them from the trade pact, withdrawn weapons. Nigeria is going to cooperate with La République. Okay? Now, the only way that is possible is that the Nigerian politicians have been bought by La République. Money has exchanged hands. And we understand our African people, once money exchange hands, we will do whatever has to do so that we keep getting that money. Nigeria government has decided, without any evidence whatsoever, to tie us with their internal Biafra problem. Why? Nobody knows. But we know that Cho Ayaba has gone and done a deal with Nnamdi Kanu. We understand that. That was also part of the engineering process to get Nigeria to start fighting against us. So Nigeria is now tying us with their Nnamdi Kanu problem or with their Biafra problem. I first want to seize this opportunity to first remind the world and all Southern Cameroonians that we don't have any tribes in Southern Cameroon that speak Igbo. None. We don't have Igbo speaking people in our area. Biafrans are mainly Igbos. There are no Igbos in Southern Cameroon. There are Igbo visitors, yes, but they don't have any land or any tribe that they belong. It's like just going to Benin and saying that Benin, some of the Benin people are Biafrans. Or Togo. When you don't have any tribe there that speaks Igbo. I know that I'm talking about tribes. It is important for us to understand that everywhere you go, the Biafrans now are Igbos. So why is Nigeria associating a country like Southern Cameroon with no Igbo tribe and don't speak any Igbo language, but they're associating us with the Igbo tribe of Nigeria? Why? Because Nigeria is a corrupt country, and they are not using logic. They are depending fully on bribery and corruption as their country is run today. Okay, Nigeria is basically a crooked country, and I'm going to explain why I said it's a crooked country. Let's look at the case of Boko Haram. The people of Boko Haram in the north of Nigeria were protesting about schools, about roads. That's how this problem started. It did not start by violence or by religion. It started with people protesting against marginalization. That is the truth that nobody is telling any of you. All of us have just been brainwashed. When we hear the word Boko Haram, we are just associating them with violence and religious fundamentalism. That's not what it was. The people were looking for good roads. They were looking for education, and they were hoping that they are not going to be marginalized anymore by the Nigerian government. They started protesting peacefully. Go and check it yourself. This information is available. They had years of peaceful protests. The Nigerian government responded by killing 10, 15, 7, 9, and throwing their dead bodies on the street. If you not get sense for this world, people go play jambo for you and take everything that you have. All right? These people, after being butchered and killed for a long time, they decided to pick up arms to defend themselves. Boko Haram started as a self-defense group against the Nigerian government. That is what happened. That is what nobody tells you. That's what the media doesn't tell you. That is what the Nigerian media doesn't tell you. That's what the Cameroon media doesn't tell you. That's why the international media doesn't tell you. What they say to you is Boko Haram is just a religious group that is supporting Muslim fundamentalism. Maybe that's what it has become, but they started off as a self-defense group. So when Nigeria wanted to carry on killing them and they found that these guys had Kalashnikovs and they had RPGs, what they did now was they ran to America. Now listen to the brain of a crooked person. Southern Cameroonians, please. Listen to the brain of a Nigerian, how crooked we black people are. They then ran to America and told America that they have a Muslim fundamentalist group in Nigeria and that America should help them, to support them, to fight against Muslim fundamentalism. They did not say to America that we have just been killing them because they asked for roads, they asked for hospital, and they asked for schools. Nigeria did not tell America that. America, being the man that has more money than sense, money misroad, they decided when they hear the word Muslim fundamentality, they start pumping money. May they not come here, come kill us. Nigeria, they gave weapons to Nigeria. They gave them millions of dollars, cash. What did Nigeria do with that money? The Nigerians ate all that money from America and then sent a few ragtag soldiers there, and the soldiers were shot. Some of them ran away, and Nigeria couldn't fight. So what did Nigeria do? They ran to Chad, they ran to Cameroon. Come help us, Oga, come help us. And that is why today the Boko Haram issue is a complete embarrassment for the Nigerian government. They completely failed. They lied to the Americans. They got money from the Americans for a problem which they created themselves. Now, there are very few people who know that Nigeria is actually responsible for Boko Haram, a resurgence or insurgency. It's Nigeria themselves who caused it. There's very few countries where people just wake up and say, I'm a Muslim fundamentalist, and start killing people. It doesn't happen like that. Most of the time, somebody starts it. ISIS, where does ISIS come from? ISIS came from the bombing of Libya. Once you bomb Libya, the whole Libyan army escaped, and what did they become? ISIS. And if they see any Americans, they bomb them. Who started it? The United States government, the British government, the European government. They went and attacked Libya. Nobody did. They did themselves. Nobody forced them there. They went there themselves and attacked Libya. But what they did not realize is that the Muammar Gaddafi's soldiers, most of them didn't escape. And they escaped, and what did they do? They formed another group, which is a problem now to the rest of the world. Okay? So, Nigeria also, if you look at MEND, Movement for the Emancipation of the Niger Delta People, Movement for the Emancipation of the Niger Delta People, Nigeria government was taking oil from that place, polluting the whole area with oil. Crops could not grow anymore. The land was poisoned with chemicals from the oil refinery. Shell from England is involved with this. They tried to negotiate with the Nigerian army. Sari Awiwa, who was from that area, a Nobel Prize literature winner, human rights advocate from that area, He was murdered by, I think it was one of those Shagari, not him, one of those brutal dictators. He killed him. When he came there with some peace plans and he said, don't pollute my land anymore, the Nigerian government, this very Nigerian corrupt government, thought that he was interfering with their oil exploitation. They killed him. All right? The people of that area, Ijaw people, picked up weapons and they started fighting the Nigerian government. This time, the Nigerian government cannot call them Muslim fundamentalists. They can't call them Muslim fundamentalists. So they had no friend. They had to fight. But Nigeria being what they are, they can't fight. What did they do? They paid for, negotiated, gave those people hundreds of millions of dollars, made one of the, listen to these Southern Cameroonians now. They made a man from that place the president of Nigeria. They made a man from Ijaw tribe the president of Nigeria. Though they surrounded him, of course, with the Hausa people, but he was the president. The reason is that they just could not fight. All right? Those guys bombed Abuja more than 1,000 times. They bombed Abuja more than 1,000 times. The Nigerian government begged for ceasefire. Check the record yourself. Today, we have the Yoruba people who want a separate state from Nigeria. Why? Because the Fulanis have been running around shooting randomly because their man is in power. That's Nigeria for you. Now that Buhari is in power, his tribesmen are running around with Kalashnikov, with their cattle, and if you don't want them to graze in your area, they shoot you down. Buhari did nothing. The Yoruba people are so angry now, they want to form their own country. The Nigerian government does not know what to do with that. You have Biafrans. The Biafrans, the Igbo people predominantly want to separate and they are arming themselves. Nigeria cannot deal with that. Okay? Now, if you look at this issue of Nigeria and the problems they have, it is a problem caused mainly by Nigeria itself. And the reason is that Nigeria is a corrupt country ruled by a dictator right now who was a military dictator who came by brutal overthrow of the previous government and who carried out to kill the incumbent and kill a lot of members of the previous government. That is in the early 80s or late 70s. He is a brutal military dictator. This is Buhari. He's known for killing people. Now, are you surprised? Look at Paul Biya's record. He's a brutal dictator. He's been there for what? 40 years. His tribe, the Bulu Beti people, are carrying out killings in southern Cameroon at an alarming rate. So, these two people, I am not surprised that they are supporting each other at this moment in time. As unlikely as it is, considering the fact that Cameroon has shot and killed hundreds of Nigerian troops during the Bakassi crisis. Nigeria has killed hundreds, probably thousands of Cameroon troops during the Bakassi crisis. It is shocking and unbelievable that the two of them now want to cooperate to fight against the southern Cameroonians, going against the position of the United States, going against the position of the the European Union, going against the position of the United Nations. Anybody that will do that is a criminal. Okay? Anybody that will do that is a criminal. And that is exactly what Paul Biya government is, and that is what Buhari's government is. Okay? I would like to come to conclude by saying Nigeria's position with reference to southern Cameroon is not a position that has come from critical thinking or logic. It has come from a person, a president, and a government that is notoriously corrupt, that is presiding over the breakup of Nigeria itself by its primitive religious fundamentalist beliefs, okay? And we should take no notice of that government. And the position of the interim government of Cameroon should be to report Nigeria now to the United States, to the African Union, to the European Union, and to what do you call that, human rights courts again. Nigeria should be reported now, because you've got enough facts now to explain that this alliance between Cameroon and Nigeria has come as a result of the fact that Nigeria is a corrupt nation, and that they are cooperating with La République because they've realized that they can share the resources that Southern Cameroon have with La République. It's a case of sharing resources. We are thinking, and I'm going to go off topic here now, we are thinking that Paul Biya is not just only gone there to tie us with Buhari, to tie us with Biafra. Paul Biya has also gone there, think about the Southern Cameroonians, to promise to share the resources of Southern Cameroon with Nigeria. Because what they are looking at, if Southern Cameroon separates, they'll get nothing. So they are better off ceding some of our resources to Nigeria to gain Nigeria's support. That is the issue at hand. I'm going to use this opportunity to warn the government of Nigeria that just as you started the Boko Haram crisis and you couldn't cope with it, and the crisis continues to plague your country, just as you started the Biafra crisis and you cannot cope with it, and the problem continues to plague your country, just as you started the Yoruba crisis with your Fulani headsmen, and it continues to plague you till these days, and they're getting stronger and stronger, you are best advised to stay away from the independent country of Southern Cameroon. Because when we turn against you, it will be too late. It will be too late because there will be no grounds for negotiations. This is Critical Information Bureau coming from All England. Eyong Akombe is speaking. Until next time, stay safe.